Hello everybody, welcome to Time Traveler's Coin Exchange. Tonight we're going to have episode 88 of the Coin Vault has opened. For it, we're going to be looking through a roll of 1970S Lincoln Memorial cents. So these are Mint Cellos cut from the Mint set. Give me one second. So these, I got these off of eBay. This is what the package looked like here. Messed with my green screen a little bit. I'm going to dump these out. Not let them hide behind my keyboard. So there should be 50 here. We've definitely noticed that pretty much every roll we've gotten has not been 50. I'm not holding it against them because they sent a bunch of 1956 proof wheat cents in here as well, and I would have paid more for those than all these rolls here. Welcome North Central Network. Welcome to the stream. So hopefully we're going to find some cool coins here. You know, I've done 1970S's before. Let me adjust this just a little bit so that I have this kind of straight up. I've done 1970S's here before, so I know a bunch of the stuff to look for. But I actually forgot to go back and just refresh over things. So first we're going to look at all the coins and just see kind of what the average detail of these are. See if, that most of them should be kind of like MS62 to MS66. I'm guessing that they've been picked through to the point where, we're going to be lucky if we find some MS65s. How are you doing tonight, North Central Network? But we never know until we look here. Hello, Accredited Coins, welcome. How are you doing tonight? I was checking out some of your listings today, Accredited Coins. How did the listings go today? You have some nice $50. I was checking out a lot of your $50 today. It was funny because I was looking at a bunch of different $50 to buy, and then I just kept seeing you. When there was a nice one, it seemed like you were the only one that had it. Hello again, North Central Network. Yeah, it was definitely a good day on eBay Accredited Coins. I think it's like the second really, really strong eBay day in a row now. Not the 1,000 day yet that I've been dreaming of, but it'll happen someday. It's been the $1,000 weekend. It's been pretty good. Yeah, I was gonna comment on your $50. Simply, it looked to me like you kind of gave up on the lighting for the light box with the $50. It kind of looked like you had turned off the light, is my guess. Is that correct? Was that essentially your light box with no light, or just like ambient light from the room? It's like I've had like a lot of trouble, just trying to set up light boxes, just the glares and stuff. Like with the PCGS, you have not only the plastic, but you have the coin, and it seems really difficult. Nice. Are you sure it is is it a $50 or a Lincoln cent accredited coin? The US dollar must be dropping enough that people are diluting their money up north. Nice. These ones here, North Central Network, these ones here are Business Strike from Mint sets. Like they're similar. Like here, like these 1970, these are not going to be in the auction. Anyone watching this later for an auction. So these ones here, these are proof. These are like 1956 proofs. Sorry, it's going through not only the bag but the cello. But that's what these ones are pretty bright, and the angle of them does kind of give off a nice, but these are business strike. These would possibly be found in circulation. I'm curious what this kind of stuff is right here. If that is some sort of mint cello damage, or if that's possibly struck through grease. That's definitely an interesting texture on that link in there. Yeah, these are S mints, but they are not proof. They are business strike. Yep, in the older days, San Francisco did business strike. Now primarily they are proof coins. So they did pretty much with the pennies. The S mints stopped for 56 through 58. And then I'm trying to use my brain. So what, there's not a 60S, there's not a 61S, not a 62S, not a 63S, 4S, 5S, 6. So once it got to 68, then they started having San Francisco business strikes again. And then they did it up until, gosh, where's my brain? What? Was it 1978? I'm gonna have to like go back and look. Sorry, I can't quite remember off the top of my head. This one's an interesting one. I'm gonna put it to the side. Hey Logan's Coin, welcome. Good to see you again. How are you doing tonight? Yeah, I saw some really nice MS68, or maybe it was a proof. I don't think I saw the MS68 Rosie. I saw some older MS68 Roosevelts, I think. But yeah, that's a little out of my price range. Generally, the highest I go is about 200 on a coin, just because I like to spread it around a little bit, because one 200 coin plus takes a lot longer for me to sell than $10, $20 coins. But that's me. There's people that would totally argue that it's better to like hold on to one and have it sell slower. But I like to flip them quicker. I did pick up a $200 coin tonight for $56 though. I was pretty psyched about that. I missed the Bugs Bunny Franklin dollar, but I did get I think it was a 1962 Aubers Clash variety. It said it was worth $200. I've never seen one before. I was just like, oh, I wonder what that's worth, and I checked it. Nice. Well, you've had an account with eBay for a long enough that it should have been more than what it was. Yeah, here, so I just want to see. I'm just curious what it was. I barely even looked. That's awful. A 1962 FS 402 Aubers Clash Franklin half MS64. It was from David Kahn Rare Coins. I was really surprised that it went for that little. I was, assuming I'd get outbid, but like, varieties can really be hit or miss. If there's nobody who wants a variety, they're not going to pay over what they would for a normal one. But it's a great one to buy at auction and then put up as buy it now until someone's looking at it. But I paid less for the $200 coin than I missed out on the $90 coin. The Bugs Bunny was only a $90 one. So I feel like I got the better deal. The Bugs Bunny, I feel like it has a lot of kind of hype around it now. I think it's a new variety. I think Chris Tisdale from CoinTable, I think he's the one that discovered it. I'm not positive on that. But I believe that's what I heard. So that's pretty cool. That's kind of why I wanted to own one, because he found it. Nice. I bought a walker today too. It was only like a very fine 35. It wasn't a proof 65. But that, I think it'll be my first walker. So, you know, it's a place to start. I've been buying a lot of coins that are like my first ones ever. You know, it's like I'm breaking out the small and large cent here, and I'm experimenting and buying things I've never bought before. I think I bought 2 seated Liberty quarters in the last week now as well. Welcome, Amparo Pedroza. Welcome. If you have coins, friend, put them up on eBay, send me a message, and I'll check them out with the photos. You know, post your coins up on eBay. I'll take a look. Right now, I primarily only buy PCGS graded coins, but you're always welcome to send me a message with a link to what you have listed on eBay. It's primarily where I buy. Yeah, I mean, what I'm really interested in right now, I think we were talking about it earlier in the week. Ooh, this one looks like it's really nice condition. I know there's a lot to look through here on the cello. Maybe there's a little scratch above the R in Liberty, but some really nice fields here. I believe my Mint Cello X-ray vision says that it's only that one scratch on the front here. No, maybe one to the left of N up there. But if there's nothing on the back, it's at least an MS65. Two little teeny things, barely even. That's a nice coin. Yeah, or I'm sorry. So, you know, like the Morgan dollars and peace dollars, like, oh yeah, I won a Morgan dollar today too for like 20 something bucks, like a 1878. Not super good condition or anything, but so like those ones, like I feel like even in like MS62, 63 condition, there's so many of them. They've just basically like had like kind of a premium above silver, but with silver going up so much, I feel like, you know, they've been stable in their price. You know, they're like 30 to 40 bucks in a slab. But I feel like if silver goes up much higher, they're just gonna like continue to go up with the price of silver. And so while normally I'd say it would be a good place to like, you know, put your money for it to like keep its value, kind of like just, you know, it's not gonna go up a lot, not gonna go down. Like I actually almost, you know, I don't want to give advice, but it's like I almost feel like it's a good place to park money for a little bit. If you want like a stable return. Granted, if silver tanks or whatnot, I feel like they're still gonna like basically keep the price that they're at, because that's kind of where they've stayed for like almost, I feel like a decade now. And like gold and or I'm sorry, silver's gone up and down. That was probably smart. Yeah, like the police definitely are like, you know, if you're worried about a deal on Craigslist, come do business. I feel like like doing business in a bank where they're going to get like, you know, good, you know, I feel like not all banks would probably be cool with it, but doing it at a bank where they'll have like footage of it, or police where like you can hit like the fire alarm. You know, like people, they're taking a lot more risk for a few dollars. They'd have a better time just like grabbing something in a convenience store and running out. But yeah, there's some lame people in this world. Definitely better to be safe than sorry. Yeah, I think constitutional silver that way is pretty cool. I mean, I feel like, you know, like just even have, like, even if it's not your main stack, I feel like having, you know, like $100 face value in Roosevelt dimes or something, you know, like just, you know, silver ones, it definitely can't hurt because, you know, you can have like 100-ounce stacks of, you know, like 100-ounce bar of silver. Um, but it's like, where, I don't know, what are you going to do with it in like a really bad situation? You could be running, it's like, that's where gold comes in. It's like, you know, if, if stuff goes really bad, do you want to be running around with like 100-ounce bars in your thing, or do you want a couple ounces of gold? But then it's the same thing. It's like, you know, you can't just, you know, buy a loaf of bread with a 100-ounce bar of silver. Um, you know, it's kind of nice to be able to, like, you know, someone's helping you work or something, you give them a little bit of silver. They help you work some more, you give them a little bit more. You give them the, like, the 100-ounce bar, you're never going to see them again. Um, but yeah, pretty much the only silver that I have is like numismatic silver. I used to have a bit, but it just found, you know, when I was going to sell it, I was like, okay, if I'm paying premium every time I buy a little bit, it's better to buy a lot. And then when you go to sell it, if you go to sell it a lot of it at once, then, you know, you kind of are losing that premium because, you know, if you buy it in little chunks and sell it in one big, and if you sell it all in little chunks, then you get like the shipping and all the fees kind of like hits you down again and again and again. Welcome, Blue Sandy. Hello. How is your night going? Good to see you again. So we're looking through the. Pardon? Normally better than that. So we're looking through 1970S's here. So hopefully we will find, I'd like to find a couple of the 001 RPMs, the nice S over S. That would be really nice. It seems like some of these are better than average in this roll. I feel like this is the nicest 70S that we've gotten to look at yet. I did not count these. I'm not positive there's 50 here. I'm almost sure there's not. I do have the partial bag of 40 out. So if this one isn't 50, I'm going to make it 50, just so, and then we will do another roll in 1970s in the near future. And I believe the roll of Philadelphia just okay again today. Well, hopefully we'll find some cool coins, and your day will be better. But I believe the other roll of 1970s are going to come in tomorrow. And so I should be able to make another full roll. Hopefully. This is the plan. This one looks like it's kind of got some environmental damage may have came from. It's interesting though, like how some of them seem like they had like a lot of environmental damage, and then some don't seem like. I saw a message from you that said hi, and I just saw it right before I was starting the stream here. I was just trying to see if there was any urgent messages. I did see a message that said hi. So hello back. Hopefully we're going to find some goods. Was there a second message that I missed? I just saw one, Blue Sandy. Wow, this one almost looks proof. I realized earlier I was like at the auction house or eBay. I totally missed copper coins tonight. And I'm not sure how the show went, but I usually try to catch that. Check number 11. Which number 11? Oh, did you find one of the scavenger hunts? Okay, I will check number 11 after the stream. I do apologize. I definitely, that's one of the reasons I check the messages, is to try to make sure if somebody found one of the phrases for the videos. You didn't watch any? It was auctions tonight? I wish, I understand why it's like almost like Chuck and Jessica don't need to do auctions, because they're able to say, you know, this coin is this grade, this one is this grade. I will definitely check Blue Sandy after the stream. I will check number 11 and to see. And so for number 11, did you got the video name and the time, and you left a comment on the scavenger hunt video? I'm assuming you did, but I will definitely check. And actually, I believe I have the paper. Like, nobody had found them for so long. I have the prizes sitting on the desk, but I wrote down the video names so that I would, you know, if someone said, I'd instantly be able to tell if it was the right video. But granted, I do repeat myself in some videos. So there's the caveat, if I do say the same thing in another video, I count that as two, but I have to go back and, you know, hear myself say it. Yeah, no, I kind of like the way that they do it, their auctions over there, because like the price will kind of, you know, they will oftentimes have more than one of the item they're selling, and people will go like way over what they were expecting, you know, to get. And so they're just like, all right, hold on, you know, I'm seeing bids at, you know, 20, 25. How about I offer everybody a roll at 15 that wants one? Like, I like that. And then it's like probably everybody's super, super happy, because not only did they win the auction for less than they wanted to, well, I mean, I think it's like, wouldn't that be awesome on eBay? You like win an auction on eBay, and the person like sends you a message saying, hey, this auction went for more than I thought it was going to go for. And then they send you like a refund where they say, hey, this coin went for too much. Here's some of your money back. That would be awesome. It does make it friendly. The high was okay, that'll make it easy. I know quite a few rolls have been from the same gentleman. Huh, this one almost looks interesting. We'll be zooming in on it. Like the top serif there looks really big. Some of these coins are really nice and bright. I think they do. I mean, I definitely think that they must double their money. I mean, Chuck, I think the way he sells the rolls and presents everything is really intelligent. It's a really good use of the knowledge that he has. Because when you open a roll of BU coins, you have no idea what's going to be in them. And it's like, basically, it's like a lottery, or not a lottery ticket, it's like a car. When you drive it off the lot, it depreciates in value. As soon as you open up that roll, it depreciates, but it's like a lottery ticket because you don't know what it's going to have in it. Like, you know, it could just have 50 OK coins or 50 coins with spots, or it could have an MS67, you know, wheat cent in it. And all of a sudden, you know, that one coin pays for the roll. You know, it could have 1955 Ps go for a lot because there's that dream, there's the chance of the dream that it's going to have a 1955 double die in it. And so that's what drives the price. But he can sell the whole roll, you know, because he sells the whole roll. He sells every coin before he even opens the roll. So it's like he not only does he get to open that roll and look at it, but he's already got every coin sold. So it's not like he even has to take a chance. He, buys the roll, tells everyone how much a spot and it's going to be, and it's sold. And some of the people are going to get awesome coins. And for the prices they're paying, they're getting a nice coin for the money anyway. I think it's win-win for everyone. But it's like he's not left sitting on a bunch of coins that people might not necessarily be their first pick. I think it's genius. I think it works and is fair for everyone. Yeah, he has mentioned one gentleman who I believe normally is watching his show too. This one's really nice. I think this is the nicest 1970S's we've seen. Okay, there's a couple spots on the reverse. I mean, other than the spots though, I mean, maybe those are there to stay. If they weren't, that's a gorgeous coin. There's like one little mark on the rim, and I think everything else is the mint cello there. I wish I could remember what the name, and I feel like the couple times I've gone back and watched copper coins after the show, I feel like a bunch of the comments, like all the dialogue from people talking, is not there. I don't know if that's the case, or maybe you have to watch it on different formats to watch the chat section. But he does, like I know sometimes when he does the rolls, like he gives credit for where he gets them from. And I think one day he was actually showing a website where there is a website. There is somebody who's got a really nice website. They're like a roll collector. And you can go to this website and they basically have every date and every mint in stock. And the prices are relatively, like they're pretty good. And so it's like, there are definitely people that have every date and every mint for sale. And some of them are more reliable. Some of them, they really know what they're doing. Some, it's just they have the date and mint. It's like a lottery ticket. You don't know. Some, they make sure to buy really, really good rolls. I think maybe they turn it off so that it's just them focused on the video. It's not. Maybe sometimes they remove chat. Maybe there's something in the chat on a particular video they don't want. Sometimes people don't talk nicely in chat. Most of the time on copper coins they do. They seem like they do a good job keeping things cleaned up. So this one looks like it's got a little bit of environmental damage. And I should probably, I don't know, like say like before I start going through the before we start going through them all up close, I kind of want to go back to copper coins just because I've done these rolls before, but I don't know, I feel like it's going to take me a few minutes just to review everything because I think there's 41 different varieties, and so I think I'm just going to take like 1 minute and just zoom through it. I wish that I should try to reach out to Chuck and just say, hey Chuck, I go through coins on my thing and sometimes we're trying to match varieties. Is it okay if I bring your website up and plug your website and be like, hey everybody, this is coppercoins.com. This place is awesome. Come check it out. I would think he would be okay with it, but he's put a lot of work into it, and I don't want to, I don't know. I don't want to get myself into trouble either. But it's like, I don't really, this one's got some tone on it. It's really kind of pretty. I don't know what the rules are about YouTubing and going on a website and basically streaming theirs. I mean, I did some where I went on eBay and showed you guys how I bid on things, like how I get set up for auctions for the day. And so it's like, I feel like eBay's not going to mind. Like, I didn't want to do it live because I didn't want to, like, I feel like people could say if I do like live bidding on there, I could be accused of like collusion or something, or like, and I don't know if it feels like buyers should be able to say, okay, I'm not going to bid on this one, or you can bid on this one, and I'll bid on this one. It seems like buyers should be able to communicate with each other like that. But I feel like it's just sellers shouldn't be able to say like, okay, I don't know how it works. I don't know like what counts as collusion and what doesn't. So many rules, so many laws in the world. It's like generally better to be safe than sorry. But it's like, I try to respect other people's intellectual property. I mean, the only reason that I'd want to bring up his website is really to give him a plug. And so then if if I find something on here, I can show people, okay, this is what it is. And then while I'm doing that, they're able to see his website. They're able to see it. And then they know how to use it as a tool. And then I figure they would be more apt to visit it themselves. And I mean, I plug him a lot on this channel. I think his show is great. I've learned a lot from him. I've learned a lot from Jessica. This one has some fingerprint, or at least something very, very dark on it. It's like, I'm wondering how many mint sets actually like get darkness on them like this. I mean, I'm definitely curious. It's like I got the 10 1958 proof mint sets that I haven't opened yet. Like, they could look totally awful. I did get some opened 1957 proof sets in this week. And I was just like, I've never really seen these sets. I've never held a proof wheat cent set in my hand, so I figured I would buy some. So I bought some. I think I might have some more in the mail too. I won quite a few. I've been trying not to buy raw coins, but these Mint Cello rolls, I just find them fun. So I've been buying them, and I feel like we get lucky with them sometimes. But it's like, I find things that are worth money sometimes, but then what am I haven't really sold a whole lot of them. But it's like, for me, I feel like it's more about learning. Did one of them have a floating roof? It's possible. I'm not, did 1970S have a floating roof? I'll pull back a couple. I don't think so. These were the last 4 here. I think this is the one I was just about to look at. That one's like, looks very, very close. They do not sell as well as certified coins, accredited coins. I mean, I bet I could put them up for about what I paid for them. I usually, when I buy them, I generally put them up for about $10 more, plus shipping and handling than I buy them from. And the whole idea is that basically I'm searching them for, and so if somebody watches the video and sees something in it that they want, I'm just basically making like the roles available to armchair, what do you call it? But basically someone can just sit on their couch and cherry pick without having to buy the roll, go through the roll. They can watch, look through it. If they see something awesome in it, they can buy it. If not, they don't have to purchase it. They can just go to the next roll. That's kind of the way that I'm trying to make it so that cherry pickers can just cherry pick from home. They don't have to buy the stuff anymore. Um, every roll that I've sold, I've made my money back in about $10. But I have not sold nearly as I have not sold enough of them to warrant what I'm doing. The reason that I'm doing this mostly is for education. I'm trying to, learn about the coins. I guess I could watch Copper Coins and I could just let him do it. But this is also like, this is me roll hunting, but instead of me going through bank boxes, I'm going through Mint Cellos. I think it partially stemmed from, I was wanting to start grading, find and grade high grade modern coins. And so I had a couple conversations with Chuck, and I was just like, where, you can roll hunt in rolls, you can, roll hunt your change, you can roll hunt, bags, you can roll hunt Mint Cellos, Mint sets. Where are the best coins on average? Where do people who, find these coins get them? And he was saying mainly Mint sets. That the Mint sets, the coins have had less trouble, but that you can pull them out of a roll. You can pull high grade coins out of, pretty much anywhere where they haven't been marked up and damaged. But that oftentimes it'll be like Mint sets. And so instead of buying, Mint sets, I buy the Mint Cellos. And for a while I was like, why does everyone cut the pennies out? And I feel like when people go to get, I feel like a lot of people, they're more interested in the quarters and the $50 and maybe the dimes. And they just cut up the pennies and nickels and cut them out because they can get more coins bulk graded if they don't have to, because you can only do 5 different mints and dates. I think I'm about 400 hours from 4,000 hours. I'm pretty close. It might only be like 350 now. I forgot to check earlier. I feel like it only updates 1 time a day. But Blue Sandy, I think you asked me if I saw a boost the other day after the stream had ended. I saw that the next morning on the stream when I went to change over. And I think when I looked, I did see a boost. So if that was you, thank you. I really appreciate it. And if that was you helping accredited coins, thank you. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. It's like taking a long time. It's like, I guess, like when you're on YouTube, you either go viral or you don't. And I guess I'm more of a case of what happens when you don't. But I could have made videos catering towards whatever was popular or whatnot, and that's not what I was interested in doing. I wanted to look through coins and talk to people, so this is the kind of videos I do. And I make my PCGS videos because those ones are for work. But when I first started doing those videos, I was selling off my collection. My business was a business that sold. Because I wasn't making enough to pay my bills, and so I didn't have it. I was making enough to pay my bills, but not enough to buy new coins to replace them. And so, fortunately, thanks to PayPal, PayPal Credit, I just started to buy new coins for my collection using PayPal Credit, and I was able to turn the coins over and flip them and pay off the credit and buy more. And I was able to turn things around, but originally making the videos was basically like, okay, buy coins, at least I'll be able to see videos of you because I'm not going to own you anymore. So it's like I'm really, really happy to be able to be doing all this. And so when I'm doing the Mint Cello videos too, it's like it's kind of like, I don't know, I'm trying to buy things, it's kind of like showcasing buying stuff and buy this off eBay, what does it look like? I'd probably do really good at it if I told all the people on eBay hey, I'm a YouTuber, stuff this thing silly. But I don't tell anyone that I'm buying from that there's going to be a YouTube video. Maybe some people eventually figure it out, I don't know. This person doesn't seem like they figured it out, so Nice. Yeah, I get like 6 months, no interest, but it really turns out to be about 7 months. And if you buy over $200, I think you get a year. And I think if you buy over $300, they break it down into 12 payments. So if you hadn't done it before that, you can actually stretch it out longer. And then you can also use PayPal working capital. All right, so here, let me take these out for 1 second. So that was all of them, and I'm just gonna like fire through copper coins here. Like eBay offer as I like go by there. We'll ignore that for 1 second. 19. I'm trying to remember. I feel like the San Francisco I had to like hit something. So awesome one. Let's go for a DD00. Gosh, that one looks good too. Oh wait, are these proofs? Oh, that one's a proof. Proof. Bar. Our nice little 70 friend, or the 7 bar. Hold on, I know you guys are staring at me. Here, let me give you guys. Here's this one. The first one will look. I don't know what's going on. It almost looks like it was struck through grease or something, but let me just carry on here for 1 second. Yeah, there's like too many. I'm glad I got more than one eye or pair of eyes here. I got you guys. That 1DO023. I'm not. Oh no, I guess I see it now. Holy cow! I'm just gonna see like. Oh look, we've got machine damage, and it's like, oh no, that is something really, really awesome. There's my 001 RPM and the 002. Those both look nice. Looks like the price went up on them a little bit. Okay, I'm back. So wish us luck, everybody. We're gonna go in here. I don't know if, oops, did I just, alright, lights. Like I feel like there is just like way too much to look for on this year. Right, so well, I'm gonna go back to the mint mark, but so this was this. I don't know, the mint mark there looks kind of cool. I think it's probably machine damage, but I don't know if this one. Let me zoom out a little bit. It almost looked like it was like struck through grease or something. There's this like whole spot here where it's just like all kind of choppy or roughed up. I'm not 100% sure what's going on with it. So I thought I would try to show that to you guys. Alright, so we will. So yeah, like I did not realize how many, I mean there's just so many double dies. It's like it looked like there was only, I mean at least there was only a couple RPMs listed there, but my goodness. And Blue Sandy, you were saying that there is like a floating roof for this one too. And I feel like I didn't see anything, like when I just zoomed through there, I didn't see anything listed for the back. Maybe I should go back and check. At least nothing like piqued my interest. Got some really nice machine damage there. You guys know how much I like machine damage. And what is that machine damage on the S2? Some master scooping. You know, it like kind of looks like an RPM, but wow. It's hard to I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm probably up here on everything. No? Interesting. And I would have thought that it would have been on Liberty here too. But yeah, like PayPal credit and PayPal working capital, like totally awesome. I feel like, you know, like the PayPal working capital, that's why use it if you have PayPal credit, because PayPal credit, you know, you pay it back and you pay nothing if you pay it back within the first 6 months. But I guess the key is you have to pay it back. So it's like you only buy something that you know you're going to be able to pay back. Oh wow, I totally even forgot about the the small date. I guess that's why everybody really loves these even more. And it's like really crazy looking S's. And it's like I feel like I definitely have more to learn about this state. I guess it's a good thing we've got like almost two more rolls of them to look through. And I don't know, it's like most of these rolls I put back up on eBay. It's kind of an interesting looking D up there. Maybe it's just the light. Like with the D and the O there almost look like there's a line going through them that doesn't just look like normal machine damage. But yeah, I think I might end up like, you know, after I do the videos here, just spending a couple hours just trying to go over these again. It's kind of interesting, that other one, like it almost looked like it had less of a roof than this one here. Like there's just so many things to look for. Well, there's like something under the tip of that 7 that's kind of distracting. It seems like every single mint mark has like some sort of like dye deterioration. There's just like extra metal inside them. It's like everything just looks all crazy, and then we're supposed to be looking for all these different things. Excuse me. It's like how I'm supposed to tell on some of these coins when the initials are doubled. Maybe other microscopes are better. I find it like absolutely impossible. So it's like, does that 9 look like it goes straight down towards the bottom of the 7, or does that one look like it kind of goes and points towards the middle of the 9? I feel like the 1970s small dates, it seems like such a simple thing to be able to like tell. It's like, I guess if I had one right in front of me, it'd be hilarious if that was the Liberty area was definitely faded. It's like, I believe that's one of the signs, but it's not always the case, or doesn't mean it is one, but the L will be really strong, and then everything else will just kind of fade out. And then it's like, supposedly the 9 will point, kind of down towards the bottom of the 7 if it's a large state, but it kind of points towards the middle of the 9 if it's a small state. It's like these crazy errors that are worth some money. Let me just move that around a little bit. They certainly did a interesting job with the mint marks on these. Like, they're just some crazy looking coins. The one thing this roll definitely has going for it is a lot of the coins were really nice in it. So even if we don't find anything, I was pretty happy with the quality. So one day when I feel confident enough to start getting coins graded in bulk submission, which is not too far off, I'm going to have a lot of coins to pull from. So I think this one is machine damage. The mint mark is definitely looking cool there, but it's like, if you look up at the top of the 7, I don't think that's one of the double dies. I think that's basically the machine damage showing. Does anybody know of anything that is on the reverses of these that you guys are wanting to see? Because I don't feel like I saw anything. I don't feel like I saw anything to kind of warrant going through the backs here tonight. I just have from habit, and because someone was talking about the floating roof. But it will definitely take, if I do the reverses, it will take twice as long. So if people don't want to see the backs, let me know, and we can skip them. Alright, that one there definitely looks like an RPM. That serif definitely looks split. The top and the bottom are quite, or I mean, it's, you know, there are, I think this is the 002. Hold on one second. Oh no, this is the 001. My bad. So the 002 looks like it has like a, maybe a clockwise rotation. Oh, so I guess there, or no, that's not a proof that the initials can be doubled. Okay, well, here we go. Let me take a photo. We got a photo of it now. I'll put this one to the side in case anyone comes in and asks if we found anything. So good job us, we found a 001 RPM. Looks like this one has some machine damage on it. You can see on the top of the 9 and the 7. And is it, this one, you know, kind of looks like the RPM we just saw, but as you can see, it's machine damage. It doesn't go up as high. Is that a proof one, Blue Sandy? I was just looking at that. I see the 1DR001P, but I believe that one is just on the proof, but I'll just verify that. Okay, yeah, I just see the 19, or at least on copper coins on the 4th page there. I do see the doubled initial, but I believe that one is just on proof coins. Which I almost feel like the last time we went through these rolls that I was looking for it on the reverse. Okay. Yeah, when copper coins, at least at copper coins, I think I read about it in his book. But when they cataloged it for copper coins, or for the book, the Looking Through Lincoln Cents, if at the end of the RPM or double die, there will be, you know, the 1DO 001, if there's a P on the end of the 1DO or the RPM, if there's a P at the end, that stands for proof. And so I think there can be like a 001, and then there can be like a 001P. I'm not sure if they separate it or they just add the P to the end so that people know. I'm not positive if it says, you know, that on, or I can look at it to see. I guess the only, it does when it's giving the grade value, it gives the grade value in proof. So I guess that's another way to do it. Yeah, actually, I haven't checked to see, like, when I'm searching. I'm not sure if I've tried to do it just in proof. But thank you, Blue Sandy, for pointing out the doubled initial on the back. Or thanks for checking for that, because that could have definitely been something to look for. And it doesn't mean that there isn't a doubled initial out there either. That could just be nobody's found it yet. So this one looks like it has quite a bit of machine doubling. It's like, I'm wondering if it's possible to have a machine doubling and an RPM at the same time. Because it's like this one, like, you know, that mint mark is messed up. Let me move it in the mint cello. So I feel like I can't get a close look at it. Okay, maybe it is just machine damage. It just kind of looked like it was, I think because it was so shiny on the top part of it. Yeah, I'm always amazed too, like that bottom initial there is hardcore. Like if we go over to it for a second, it's like, I feel like almost every single, it's like depending on how you look at it, it's like that F isn't even straight up on this one. It like kind of curves, almost hits the rim. It's like, I don't even know how people like are able to like tell when these are doubled. I feel like when we looked for some, I felt like I found some, but they're just ridiculously small. It's really, really small. So here we have the E with the notch. So on the Philadelphia and the Denver E's, we noticed that there was basically the notch missing from the E. I'm not sure if I just hadn't noticed or I wasn't thinking about it. Definitely an interesting role. I mean, I don't know if all 1970, you know, it's like I'd like to find some 1970s just bank rolls and just see how many of them are machine damaged. Like it's hard to find a good strike because almost every single one of these has machine damage. You have to look at the serifs on the G. And I can barely even like, it's like if someone didn't tell me it was a G, I'm not sure I would know that it was a G. It's funny too here, whoa, let's move this one. It's like I wouldn't even, thanks. I feel like I keep forgetting to look at the 9. To see if it's a small date. I feel like there almost looks like there's something a little bit north of the 0. I don't know if we have anything. We have some nice die scratches showing there. But yeah, it would be interesting to like compare like a roll. It's like I have like a bank bag full of 1979s and I have bank rolls of 1979s, and then I have tons of mint cellos from 1979. So for me it would be kind of interesting. I want to do a video maybe of like, you know, go through 50 mint cellos, then take out 50 coins from the roll, or like bust open a roll and then like take 50 coins out of the bag. and just see like how different they all look. If if you can even tell the difference, or if they all look relatively the same. Because if I did that a couple times and they basically all look the same as the ones in the Mint Cellos, I should probably buy bankrolls instead. Because if that is how it is, it's like, yes, I might be finding slightly better ones in these, but if they're, other people are getting chances to go through them before me, chances are they've already pulled out anything really good. Kind of want to see inside that 0 again there. I think it was just a reflection. Hello, Edwin Vasquez. Welcome. How are you doing tonight? We are trying to find some 1978 or 1970 S small dates here, or some DDOs, or some RPMs. We found 1 RPM tonight, and that's about what we've got for the first hour of the show here. But we've got quite a few more coins to look through. I'm doing pretty good. How are you? Oh, kind of missed a whole bunch of that one. I didn't see anything on there. Good to hear. What have you been up to this weekend? How was your weekend? I did see the last video that you did. I did see your silver collection that you did. I believe it was last week. I do not believe I've seen, if you've done another video since that one, I have not seen it yet. They don't have anything above. Yeah, there's really very few. I think for the 60s, I think there's like only like 6 MS68 coins, and 4 of those I know for a fact are not actually MS68 coins. We were able to debunk it. Huh. Is this one of your floating ones? I can see the thing, but it is so faint. That'd be kind of cool. Here, I guess I can zoom back in. It's worth it if we maybe have a floating one. I don't know if that would constitute floating there, or if it's got to be totally. But that one definitely, you look at the other ones and they're like, pretty good solid line going down there. But yeah, I need to make another video about the MS68 coins from the 60s. I know 1970 is just 1 year off from those. But it's like what was it, the 1969 S's? Supposedly there were 4 MS68 coins. But when I was buying proof 68 coins, I got a coin that, I was making my normal PCGS video. Okay, yes, I did see it. My favorite coin in there was the Krusty the Clown. I was not expecting. I was watching your video, and then the Krusty the Clown coin came by, and it totally made me laugh. Like I just, I don't know, like it. I guess it reminded me of The Simpsons, but it was just the expression on Krusty's face. Edwin, that coin is a charmer. If I saw that one in person, I think I would definitely want to pick it up. It just made me think of like Crustio cereal with like shrapnel in every box. Like it totally made me laugh. But yeah, then I watched some Simpsons this week after that. I don't know if that was the catalyst, but I saw and I was like, I haven't seen The Simpsons in forever, which I think they're still even on TV. But like I went way back to the beginning and watched the Christmas special, which was the first one I ever saw, of course. It was a good time. I'm not sure if I remember that. I'll have to watch it again. I did watch the entire video. You had a lot of coins on there. It was a nice slideshow. I liked the fireworks too. Those were some neat effects, Edwin. I could probably use some fireworks on my channel. I'm not sure if you did that with a phone or editing software, but they were definitely neat. I've seen several different coronavirus coins. For some reason, I'm not remembering the specific one that you're talking about. I don't know what the reason. Like, I remember Krusty the Clown. I remember there was a Donald Duck one. I think that one was right after Krusty the Clown. You have some really nice silver coins. You have a really nice collection. So Blue Sandy is there's multiple dates with floating roofs then, or is it just the 1970s? I've only heard about it. I don't think I've actually ever found one before. I guess my question was like, can you see a line, or is it just extremely faint, or is it basically like there is nothing there? It just blends in at the same level as the lower devices, like the fields of the coin. I will. I'll have to check out. I can check out your video again. I think maybe I was like laughing from the Krusty one, and I closed my eyes for a second laughing. I actually showed someone else your video to show them the Krusty the Clown one. That's how much I liked it. I showed someone else it. That one's gonna be collectible. What mint made that one? Is that one like a more modern silver coin round, or was that like older, like back in the day? Looks like there's like a little bit of doubling on the bottom of the memorial, I'm guessing. I'm guessing that was machine damage there. I do that way of checking a lot too, Blue Sandy. Like, eBay is really awesome. That you can basically, you try to like find things on YouTube or Google, and it just leads you down a maze. But it's like if you type in the date and mint and like say like a word like air or double die, you'll find a whole bunch of stuff that is either exactly what you're, the same air that you just found, or like different ones, but you get to see a bunch of different stuff. And then you can also go to see, okay, like, has PCGS graded anything like that? And if you have something that looks like something that PCGS graded, that's really good there. But you can also check like the sold section. So it's like, just because something says, oh, it's a double die and it's worth $10,000, you can still like go and check, okay, wait, but has one of these ever sold before? Is somebody just saying it's worth 10,000? It's like, which one is it? Is there a particular maker for the Krusty the Clown? Did they do like a whole Simpsons series? I know on like Instagram I've seen quite a few. I feel like I keep seeing like a Bart Simpson on a skateboard kind of doing a kick flip towards the front focal point of the coin. I keep seeing that one all over the place. So it seems like some people are doing a bunch of silver like Simpson rounds. I'm not sure if I've seen any other ones other than the Krusty and the Bart Simpson on a skateboard. I wonder if Matt Groening ever thought that like Bart Simpson would be on the front of like a silver round or currency. That one is one of them too. Cool. Yeah, I don't know a ton about silver rounds myself. I used to own quite a bit, but I pretty much sold it all off. Like some of like the mint sets, and I've just bought some Kennedy like $50. Those are like basically the first silver I've owned in a long time, and I wasn't even necessarily buying it. Looks like this one here. I guess you guys can't see it. The flip is kind of frayed. It almost looks like it's wanting to come undone. That's the interesting thing too, is it looks like 2 pieces of plastic, but there's like 3 pieces. There might even be 4 different layers of plastic, excuse me, that hold these together. Maybe there's like 2 pieces that hold it together, and then the third one has the color coded on it. Yeah, it's really interesting. Like when I first got into buying silver, when I was into buying silver, there was definitely, I was like, okay, well, should I buy American Silver Eagle? Should I buy Morgan? Should I buy rounds? And everyone would point me into the direction of, buying, like easily recognizable silver. And so I kind of stayed away from the bars and the rounds, because there were just so many of them. But they really do seem to have become collectible, like on their own. It's like, forget about like, the silver value of them. And then there's things like, say, I think like there's like Coca-Cola ones and stuff. And there are people that, they want everything Coca-Cola, and so they will buy them. And then, some of them have like, not very high mintages. And I mean, the whole silver rounds, it's very interesting. They've become collectibles upon themselves, which a lot of them in some ways, even though not as many people might collect that particular silver round, because the mintages of them aren't very high, and then being collectible, people will have some and they'll want all of them. I think I've checked out Tomahawk coins before. I'm not like a frequenter. Nice, I'll have to check out his auctions. I'd like to that was one of the things I originally wanted to do when I went into school, was make different kind of coins and make like stuff. I ended up doing a lot of bronze work instead, like a lot of sculptures. But one of my college professors actually like lives just down the street here. She was like the jewelry teacher. And so it's like, it seems like with what I know and what, like, you know, she's used to working with very small things while I'm used to like working with like larger things of metal. But it's like I could probably get like an electronic furnace and do like pours and make molds. Like it would be really fun to make like molds again. When I would do it these days, I don't know. Like 6 months ago, it seemed like I had all the time in the world, and now it seems like life is just getting crazier and crazier. But good crazy, fun crazy. Definitely a good crazy. Except for maybe this pandemic thing, but honestly, I've been so busy, and I try to stay safe and stuff, but I forget the pandemic's even going on. I'm home working all the time. Um, in some ways, it's kind of the same as it was before. But then I go out, and it's kind of funny. It's like I go out into the world, and everybody's living life like everything is normal. But yeah, it's like I have all these molds that I was like, I don't know, it's a long story, but basically it's like I have like maybe 25 lost wax technique molds that are just waiting to be filled with bronze. I guess I could do aluminum too, but I'd rather do bronze. I guess I could take all the aluminum that instead of recycling it, I could do it, and then I wouldn't be paying for the aluminum. Didn't even think about that. Um, but I have all these molds, and there was like I had a pour day at school, and then there was like a bomb threat at school, or I'm sorry, at where I was working. I worked at like a overglorified grocery store, um, and no one was allowed out of the store because there was supposedly a bomb in the parking lot where my car was parked. So long story short, I waited there and waited there and waited there. Finally, I was just like, I gotta get there. I'm gonna miss my thing, and so I like ran out the back door, ran all the way to school because I couldn't get to my car, and I like had just missed the pour. They had just finished pouring everyone's stuff, and so I didn't get to do my final pour for the semester. Fortunately, I was rather ambitious, and I had done like 100 different pours, so I had like tons of stuff to like give for my final in the class. Like I basically had already finished the class like 10 times over, but I still had more stuff I wanted to do. Thanks for watching. I really enjoy making the videos, and I'm really glad other people enjoy them too. I've been doing the giveaways just trying to say thanks, and the only other way I can say thanks is by saying thanks and making more videos. I have like 100 more coins, I think, in the mail. Once I get off of here, I'm probably gonna have to pay for a couple more coins. It's just been crazy weekends. Like I was just a small and large cent guy, but I've started buying nickels, dimes, quarters, half dollars, silver dollars. I buy the old stuff too. And I've been buying like raw stuff too. I don't know. It would be fun to maybe buy some different like silver coins. People seem to really like the silver coins, and rounds and stuff. Maybe it would be cool to like get some of those to make videos of. I do see like PCGS grades them as well. Thank you, Edwin. I appreciate it. And so I'm definitely going to have more stuff. Like accredited coins, I think he was talking about. I think he's got like different metals and stuff that he was talking about getting some other things graded, like not coins, and that sounded pretty cool. I think someone else was talking about something similar too. But it's like a lot of these I believe PCGS will grade these different kind of like rounds and stuff too. And there's only so many of them out there. So if you get like a really nice example of one, on top of being able to find one and own one, if you can find a really nice example, there will only be a few of them graded, and so the populations for people trying to collect them will be small, and it'll give them a nice premium. No, I totally understand. Um, like some days I've been making a lot of videos, it's ridiculous. But it's like if I buy the coins and then don't make a video, um, it's like I don't know, I just kick myself. It's like, and I've been having so many in the mail that it's like normally I would just try to make like 3, 4, or 5. But when I buy them for specifically to make a video, if I don't make the video, they're just sitting here. And so it's like as soon as, tomorrow, it's a Monday, I'll probably go, to pick up packages. And there'll probably be like an entire shopping bag. And then there's just this feeling like, I gotta get all these up, I gotta get them up. And then it seems like on the weekends lately, there's been none. It seems like the mail has been really slow. And then everything comes in on a Monday. So it is what it is. But on the bright side, I got to make another PayPal giveaway video. And I also got to pick like the first winner for the giveaway, which was fun. You just found one? Like just now? That's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen one of those, Edwin. I've heard of them not having the initials before, but I've never seen one. You should make a video of it. I'll watch that. I want to see what it looks like. If you make a video of it, I will watch it, my friend. Like I'm hoping here we'll find like a nice double die that will just wake us up. It's funny, like the fronts of the coins seem to be like super heavy in machine damage, while the reverses seem like they're made pretty nice. Okay, that sounds great. I would love to see it, Edwin. Like, is it just like there's absolutely no initial there? How does it work? I'm just curious because I've never seen one before. Well, this one definitely seems like the letters and stuff are way skinnier. Maybe this, yeah, look at the S on this one. It's like the only S that we've seen that hasn't had a ton of metal filling it. It's like everything is so slender and precise. Like it's like I feel like everything else has been like a really late stage die, while this one was just really nicely struck. Cap die penny. What is the cap die penny, my friend? Cap die. Cap die. Yeah, that last one had really well pronounced everything. I'd have to move this one. I can't quite see it. I'm always afraid. Whoop! I think that's what I was about to say. I'm always afraid when I shake it like that, it's just gonna like burst out the side of the mint cello. It's like I feel like I'm like shaking a sugar packet trying to break it all up. Hasn't happened yet, but I can just see one just like going flying. This one kind of looks like one of those floating roofs as well. Maybe Blue Sandy is correct. I mean, I'm not doubting her. This one I feel like we can see a little bit stronger, but it's like when I was up close, it like really blends in. The from of the penny was struck with grease on the obverse, and the adverse is blank. The 19th. The cap die. The front of the penny was struck with grease on the obverse is blank. Oh, that sounds really cool. So a cap die. I'd like to see one of those. That sounds cool. I will go back. I put that one aside for you, Blue Sandy, in case you weren't there for a second. So we'll look at this one, and then I'll go back and look at the initials on that one. Good question. So I think there's two of them too, like that we've seen. Otherwise, it's blank. Okay, let's go back in time. This is one. You know, it totally looks like it's, I mean, it's like very, very faint. So are the initials. It's like we almost got an OFG there as well. It's like that. It's like it disappears into the luster. And let's check out the other one while we're checking them out. It looks very similar to the other one. Wait a second. Oh, okay. I thought we were at the top, because it's kind of like floating there. Interesting. The 1969 D is the only one that's missing it. And was it a mistake that the FG is gone, or did they remove it and then add it back on later? Looks like we've got some machine damage on this one. It's like funny, I feel like we have seen more machine damaged coins than normal. Get some baggies to write on. Yeah, I never thought to, I mean, I guess, I feel like I've seen people just write on the mint cellos. I'm not going to, because I don't know. You know what I should do though is take photos. Um, yeah, why don't I back up there a second and take photos of the possible floating, what, is this another one? It's pretty light. Oops, wrong program. Alright, hold on, I'm just taking photos of these. Die damage. Well, these come with like a little bag, so they will all go back. I guess I could write notes on them. Nice. Yeah, eBay I feel like is really useful for being able to check different prices. It's definitely, I feel like in the bottom of my videos, it's like, somebody asks, like I have a 1970, I have a 1970 US penny. What is it worth? I feel like I should just have something basically in the bottom of the video that says like, hey, if you're going to ask what this penny is worth, in the same amount of time you could wait for me to reply after Googling it, just go to eBay and type in, the date and the mint. You already got that because they're asking me. And I feel like people could, see what their coin is worth. But I guess not everybody, it just doesn't occur that to go, oh, eBay's the place where you check for prices. It's just good because you can see what's sold and what's not. Well, that's the nice thing about the videos too, Sandy, is that I don't necessarily have to go back through the rolls. There's like a little die chip on top of the L there. I don't think that is anything. But it's like for the most part I'm able to just go back and review on the videos and pause the videos and kind of check from there. Perhaps if I'm looking for something different on the video I can go back through. But that's also why I'm taking photos now while we're making the videos, is so that when I go to list them for sale, I can, show a few of the coins that are in the roll, but I can also kind of show the highlights. And then I guess at the end of the video, kind of the more interesting ones, I usually, go back through them for anyone that missed them, so that people can kind of see like, okay, what was, they might, if I didn't catch something, they might not get to see something, but they can kind of see most of the highlights of it. But I guess, yeah, it couldn't hurt to separate the interesting ones inside the bags, so that, I see your point. That's why I started, when I was doing the other Coin Vault Has Opened episodes, why I started to like slow down and like flip stuff and, write a note like, okay, this one's an RPM, was so that I didn't have to go back through everything again. Because I realized I was gonna have to go back through everything again, and I just did that. So what you're saying makes complete sense. I like it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will, I've got lots of little baggies, so I can definitely do that. And then I guess too, if I sell them at all, if oh, I caught it, I let it go. Hopefully it learned its lesson. Okay. Have a good night, Edwin. I'll try to make sure to get back and check out the coronavirus coin on your video. I'm sorry, I don't remember that one, so if I check it out, I can let you know what I think of it. Thanks for stopping by. I enjoyed talking with you. Wish you a good night. Thanks so much. I'll see you in the future. Yes, definitely not having to go back through. I guess it's one of those things too with these 1970Ss here in particular. I feel like I'm gonna end up having to go back through them, just because there's so much stuff. Like, it's like I want to go through and just look at every single nine. Just oh, nice. Really, really nice mint mark there. Like the bottom's blue and the top is pink. I wish all mint marks were like that when we zoomed in. It would be really cool. It's like, what color mint mark did you get? Ooh, look at the D in God. Some bright purple. We've got O. We have red for the O and red for the bottom of the G. Wow, looking at that coin, I do not even notice any toning. It just totally hides in there. Wonder if it's hiding on the reverse as well. Okay, see you in a couple minutes, Blue Sandy, or see you when I get back. If we find anything, I'll put stuff off to the side here. And when you get back, let me know so I can tell you if we missed anything. I can show you. It looks like we have maybe about 10 more coins here. Got one of those. Looks like these Liberty here is really nice and fine. Looks like maybe this is a better struck coin. It'd be interesting too to like go back and look at the RPM that we found. And just like kind of like look at the rest of the coin, because it's like I bet it could get to a point where we could not even have to get to, we could tell just by looking at Liberty or just by looking at part of the coin if something was going to be an RPM or not. I think this moth here flying around wants to be a YouTube star or something. It might be my ticket. Moth takes over coin show. Dazzles crowds. I wonder where Super Silverman is tonight. Seems like he is all about the 1970Ss. I'm super surprised to not have him make a cameo appearance tonight. Alright, I'm pulling the last stack towards me. So don't worry folks, there is another roll of 1970s, at least most of a roll coming up tomorrow. I believe the roll was 40 coins, and then I had like 3 loose ones that we keep finding in the Philadelphia rolls. And so we'll take a look at those tomorrow night. But also I believe the next batch of PD and S rolls, I won them all separately. It just happened I was able to win, but the S Mint roll was short on that one, so it's 45 coins. So I believe we're going to look at, I'm going to make it a solid 50 for tomorrow, and then we can look at the remainder of the roll, of the second roll or third roll or fifth roll, however many rolls of S's this has been the following night. We're upside down. Imagine that. Still seems like it'd be really cool to find a penny that is like, instead of it being flipped over, it's rotated 180 degrees, so essentially it looks like a medal. It seems like it'd be really fun to find one of those. I'm sure since there's rotated dies, I'm sure there must be some. I'm not sure if I've seen a coin that is rotated 180 degrees. I know I've turned over plenty of pennies and been like, oh wait, and then been like, oh wait, let's flip that over again. It always seems like it would be a cool thing to find, kind of like a coin with 2 heads or 2 tails or something. I know I dreamed of finding some the other night. But those are not focusing. I guess we're good anyway. I guess it must have been on the very, very edge. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have to kind of watch this again and just kind of like, I mean, it's like, I guess I don't even have to go through the coins again, just go back through and just watch everything, because, you know, while I'm making these videos, I'm trying to make sure that I'm showing you guys the clearest, like, not, you know, it's like, I know I jump around a little bit, but I'm trying not to. But it's like I'm focusing on trying to make sure the light and the angle and everything is good so you guys can see it. But I've noticed while, you know, watching my own show, I'm like, wow, it looks so much clearer. I'm able to see stuff so much better when I'm not doing, it's like I'm just able to like do more when I'm not focused on 5 different things. So it's like I almost feel like just watching these after would be really good for me. I'd probably learn more sometimes, other than when you guys are like telling me helpful things about what we're looking at. I feel like it's like I'm able to like kind of take a step back and watch and learn more at the same time. It's like I wish there was just like 5 of me, so like I could be like, me 1 do this, me 2 do that, me 3 do that. All right, let's do this. Teamwork. I forgot about that little chip that was in the L. I mean, it didn't look like a double die or anything. It looked like just like a little die chip had fallen in the L. But I know that there were things, I feel like there was something that looked like it had a little chunk there, but I believe it was like square and it was a double die. It wasn't just like a little die chip. But I feel like reviewing things and just checking that out. Speaking of, this one has that same little chip. Let's flip over, see if we can get the light in there a little bit better. It's interesting. I hadn't noticed that on any other coins. But this one's got like the little tiny chip. Or it just, I mean, it looks like a little piece of copper on the inside there. It's kind of hard to get the light on it. Maybe it's the mint cello. We can move it around here. Yeah, I feel like you guys can see that just, you know, in the little curve of the L, there's just like a little chunk there. Maybe it would be a good die marker for something if there was something interesting on the coin. Maybe that is the interesting part of the coin. Machine damage. Just kind of looking in between the W on the bottom there. There's kind of like a line, almost looked like a doubling, but I guess, you know, you want more like notches, you want more thickness, you don't just want like a random line most of the time, it seems. Not all the time. So yeah, I don't know, I mean, maybe it's just some sort of random die chip. This one kind of looks like a floater too. I mean, it's. I feel like I've heard about the floating roofs, and I feel like people are interested in them, but I feel like people do buy them, but I don't think that they're worth a ton. They're probably definitely worth more than just a cello and a flip. Probably at least a couple dollars. It definitely gives us something to look for on the reverse. But I feel like we found like what, 4 or 5 of them now? And so I don't know, maybe we're getting lucky here, but it's not feeling like the rarest. It almost seems like the best thing to search for. I mean, I don't think I saw anything else on the reverse. I mean, I haven't even seen any machine damage on the reverse of any of the ones that we've looked at. Right, so we've got 2 more here, and then we can take a look back through them, or through the ones that kind of looked interesting here. Lincoln's coat looks like really kind of faint there. Not a lot of depth. I feel like it would really help to own a small date. I mean, I know I had one. I think I sold it. I think it was just like an MS-63 or 64, and I was always surprised at how much it was worth. And then every time I go to bid on a new one, I can't believe how much they go for, and I'm just like, it can't be worth this much money. And so I always get outbid because I'm not willing to like pay the full price. But there must be like a 1970s small date Mafia. That's for sure. Because it seems like they always go. I mean, they just have a really nice following. People seem to love them. There's a lot of confidence in them. So most of these rolls I list right away. I don't think I'm going to be listing this one. I think I'm going to save the photos, and I'm going to go through the roll one. You know, I will be selling them. I just I want to know. I want to learn more about them before I let go of them. So this is the first one that looks like it kind of has like a floating roof. Good call, Blue Sandy. Like I do feel like these, you know, really kind of exhibit a floating roof. The bars are pretty much totally faded and not there. And I feel like a couple of them are a little bit better, but I mean, there's, you know, I feel like there's like one angle I can kind of like put things on, and you can see there's a little bit of depth there. But the bars are basically gone. It's like I keep thinking that it's the bottom up, or the top, like this part is the top of the coin, because I keep not seeing the bar there, and I'm like, oh, we're at the top. Let's go down a level. Oh wait, this is. So yeah, there's like what, 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And then we have, I'll go back and check the FGs on all those. Then we have the RPM, the 001, which was the only RPM. You know, we saw tons of machine damage. Alright, so that is the FG on one of them. That is the FG on the second one. FG number 3. Like, they're so faint. And FG number 4. I'd say they're like 3/4 gone. Like, let's look at the one on the RPM here to compare. I'd say the RPM looks pretty light too. It's got a little bit more depth, but it's like also like, look at the, wow. Does this thing have any steps on it? It's got a couple. It's a pretty smooth reverse. I mean, how does the reverse look on these ones? This one looks like a better strike. I guess they're not really known for having the best steps anyway. And so I'll zoom out here so you guys can kind of see the condition of those coins as well. We can come in a little closer. Oops. I'm sure we'll be able to tell which one is the RPM here. I think it's that one. Yeah, okay. So this is the 001 RPM. Go back in. Oh, I've got the light on. So I have a more wholesome copper color without a light. So this is the RPM here. Let's say a relatively decent looking coin. The MS64 Plus. So number one with possibly a floating roof. The color on this one maybe looks a little bit off. It looks like maybe some environmental damage. We've got kind of the little paisley crop circles on the bottom half of the coin. I think they look kind of cool, but I've never seen a coin graded with this kind of pattern. I've seen the kind of pattern before, but never seen one graded. So I'm thinking that graders or PCGS or people don't like them. I like them. I don't want to see them on all my really nice coins, but I find them fun to look at. The coins definitely have character. It definitely makes them unique. I've never found ones with paisley crop circles on them that look exactly the same. JB Coins has a video for 1970s, 1970s says worth $5,000. And what is worth $5,000? This no steps one, or I'm sorry, not no steps. This one looks really nice. Like these 1970S's were, it was probably the nicest roll I have seen. And so then the last one here, it looks like it has a case of the paisley crop circles as well. Well, a 1970S in of itself isn't worth $5,000. I know that. I'd say I think like an MS64, 65 goes between like 50 and 75 bucks. I'm not sure. And I can go on eBay here. See what they're selling for. I mean, there may be ones that are worth. Let's go to highest first. There's a proof small date. 69 red cameo, $1,000. That's if somebody had a proof 69 deep cameo, it might be worth that. Small date 70 MS65 66. Small date 64. The cheapest one on eBay that's certified is like $59.95 with $3.50 shipping and handling. Oh, and it has those paisley crop circle things on it. That's kind of cool. Okay, that's the first certified coin I've ever seen with a surface like that. So maybe it can be graded. Interesting. I wish I could see that closer. Yeah, yeah, like Liberty there is like super fuzzy. Oh, it's the floating roof one? Okay, hold on one second. Sorry, here, let me at least give you guys a coin to stare at while I stare at something else. Sorry guys. 1970 floating roof. Okay, so it's like they're saying with no FG, no FG initials, and that's a circulated coin. Of course, it could have no initials. um, are any of these certified? eBay's like, I'm not going to show you any certified results for this. What's going on? There's literally, when I pulled up this search, there is no, I guess there isn't any certified coins for this, but it's all, you know, every single one of these is like a really worn coin. Or this one isn't. Let's see, this one's 15 bucks. But the lighting is all, the lighting is, it won't let you zoom in close. It has initials. It looks about, I guess it looks basically like what we're looking at here. So 4 available, 9 sold. 12.50, 12.50, 12.50. Well, there's something there. I mean, if those 4 coins could sell for $12.50. Thanks, Blue Sandy. Like that's not bad if those 4 coins could be $50. Definitely makes me want to check the other 1970 S's. That's pretty cool. Here, I guess I can. Not that one. So it's like, you know, here's, I mean, I assume it's a 1970S. It says 1970S here in the initials. But it's like, you know, it's like, it looks like it has, it almost looks like it has better initials than we were looking at. But it's like, if we go to the sold here, it looks like a bunch of people bought it for $12.50 here. So rather interesting there. But we'll be back here with another roll. Thanks, Blue Sandy, for pointing that out. Super appreciate it. Now we have something else to look for. I can go back and we can also, you know, I still have the other 1970S rolls. We can go back and look for it in other ones too. But that definitely seems to be a thing. It's definitely on this date. And people seem to look for it and buy it. I mean, why would there be 9 sales? And I didn't, you know, I can check too, like I didn't see, maybe those were all the sold, but we can go to the sold listings here and then look and see what the highest, or I guess that was the highest. Interesting. I guess it only shows me sold for the last 3 months here. But other than that, it looks like a circulated, like a super circulated, like a brown kind of rugged coin is like maybe like $7. But not an incredible amount of them selling, it looks like. Wow, that one's like beat up. It's crazy. But it definitely gives us something to go by. So thanks everyone for watching. Thanks Blue Sandy. Really appreciate you pointing those things out. Thanks for stopping by Accredited Coins. Thanks for stopping by Edwin Vasquez. I will check out your video, Edwin. Just cruising through here, trying to see. Thanks for stopping by Amparo Pedrosa. Thanks for stopping by Logan's Coins. Thanks for stopping by North Central Network. I hope you guys all have good nights. I will be back tomorrow, I believe, for another bonus stream. We'll look through some more 1970s. Have a good night, Sandy. Thanks so much for the help. Really, really appreciate it. And I will check the message that you sent me for, I believe it was the scavenger hunt number 11. Let me not forget that, and so I'll try to check. Yes, I will. I see you messaging me now. Have a good night, and if that is, I will send a thing back, and I will verify that, and I may not. If you are the winner, depending on which one, I might. If it's one of the coin prizes, I'll send the coins out tomorrow, and I'll need to contact you to get the address. If you have like Instagram or Facebook somewhere where you can send me a direct message that doesn't go out to the internet here, I can get your address or your email address once we do that. But thanks for looking, and I hope you did find it, because not only do I like it when people win things, I find it fun, but I can also get them off my desk, because I'm like, what do I do with these? No one's won them. Thanks for watching, everyone. I wish you guys great nights, and I'll see you guys in the future.